So now that I have a few basic pattern tutorials sorted out, I feel like I can now move on to more complex design tutorials without like having to always start from scratch. So this tutorial is all about showing you how to make this pretty jumpsuit with side ruffles, and it's from way back, like from way back from my graduate collection. And yeah, you know what I'm about, guys. I'm about timeless, stylish and classy fashion. That is fashion or outfits that you can always wear and wear like 5 years from now. You can always wear it again and nobody is going to look at you in a weird way. Like with this graduate collection, this piece from my graduate collection, and I'm trying to remake it now in 2022, and isn't it pretty? You are going to agree that the design is timeless, or don't you think so? And today I'm going to be showing you how to recreate it, because it's an outfit you can make a statement with without even having to speak. And the best part of this is that this jumpsuit is definitely not choosy. That is, you can literally wear it to anywhere. So tap the subscribe button, guys, sit back and let's head right on with today's tutorial. So guys, we're going to be starting this jumpsuit tutorial like with a basic, with a trouser part, and this is my basic trouser block. If you don't know how to draft this, please check out the video right on top of your screen to check out how. Now for this pants part, all we have to do is just to do a little bit of alteration on this to form a wide leg jumpsuit. I don't want the jumpsuit, that is the pants part, to be too wide, so I'm just going to do those alterations, a little bit of alteration on this pattern to make up for that. So now I'm going to be starting with this upper part. So at the upper part right here, I'm just going to raise this place up by 4 cm, because this is a jumpsuit, and then this is this point here, the waist level here is my low waist. So if I was doing this for a pants or for a trouser, all I have to do is just add my waistband to this. But since this is a jumpsuit and I'm going to be attaching this to my upper bodice, I'm going to like increase this upward. So I'm going to add 4 cm here to raise my waist level up. So once I'm done doing that, I'm going to go down to the lower part of my leg, that is at the hem of my pattern, and then I'm going to widen the lower part. So I'm going to do all of that now. So at the hem here, I'm going to add 3/4 inch here and 3/4 inch here to widen it, or I'll add 3/4 inch here and 1/2 inch here to widen my hem. Then you connect back towards your knee, or you connect it towards your crotch level, whichever one. So I'm going to connect it now. So this is my waist right here, 4 cm up, 4 cm up, 4 cm up. Then you raise your darts also to connect back to your new waist level. And this is the widened hem, you can see. So I had this connected right here, and then this was connected to the knee level here, you can see. So this one just went a little bit up this way. So yeah, and that's the completed front. So all you have to do now is to do the same also for the back piece. You use the same measurements, that is how we widened the hem of our front piece, the same number of inches. You do the same also for the back piece, and then you raise the waist level also of your back pattern. Now before we move to the upper part, this is what my back is going to look like. This is what my back pattern is going to look like. And because I want my zipper to be at the back here, rather than being at the side, I would have to add like my zip allowance to the middle here. So if this is your back pattern, at your crotch line here, you mark out your zip allowance, and my zip allowance is like 3 cm. So my zip allowance is 3 cm. So I'll keep marking this all the way till I get to somewhere I'm comfortable with. So I'm going to measure, let's say this is okay, this is my actual waist level here. This here is an allowance, so I'm going to measure let's say 9 inches or 8.5 inches. So at this point here, this 8.5 inch point here is where I'll blend this back into my crotch line. So 3 cm, 3 cm, so from here I'll reduce it to like 2.5 cm, then 2 cm, then I think so 1.5 cm. So I'm going to blend this way, and this is what this is going to look like. So this extra bit is my zip allowance. For the other part, you know, you have to measure ½ inch allowance. Normally, you know, if you were not putting your zip allowance here, the allowance that will be here will just be the joining allowance, which is ½ inch all the way. So I'm going to measure that ½ inch. So it blends in more naturally this way. So I hope you understand what I just did. Now we're going to move ahead to the upper part of our outfit, which is the upper bodice. So for the upper bodice, I'm just going to draft in a camo neckline. So from the top here, I'll go down by 5 inches, and the right here, I'll go in by 2 inches. Then you use your French curve to connect. Then once you are done doing this, you trace out the rest of the bodice and trace out the dart lines also. Then I'm going to be showing you the next thing. And so I traced out a full complete pattern, because we're going to be having 2 different types of armhole right here. So for this armhole here, we're going to leave it this way because we're going to have a sleeve right here. But for this armhole here, I'm going to raise the armhole here by 1 inch, because there won't be any sleeve here. So to avoid like a gaping hole at your armhole side, I'm going to raise it up by 1 inch here. And this is my new armhole. So the next thing I'm going to do now is and that's all really. All you have to do is just add your allowances and all of that.
To start with, place your 2 back pieces together and mark out where you want your zipper to stop. So you mark that notch right there.
So once you are done ironing it, you join the sides. That is, we join the front trouser piece to the back trouser piece at the side. So I'm just going to do all of that now. So now I'm going to cut my ruffle piece, and I'll be using this chiffon fabric to cut my ruffle piece. So you can be as long as you want, you can cut it as long as you want. So what I have here is 8 inches. So I'm going to be folding it to make it 4 inches. So yeah, I'm going to cut that now. Now I'm going to pick up, I have 2 pieces of this. I'm going to pick it up and join the 2 together to make one long piece. Now once I'm done doing that, I'll sew this down. I'll sew this down right here. So once I'm done doing that, I would fold this way, and then I'll sew this part here to close it in. So once I sew this part, I'll turn it inside out. You get the drift, and then you do the same also for the other edge here. So once I'm done, I'll then have to gather this part. I'll sew in my gathers ruffles here and then finish up the edges. Then I'll be attaching it to the leg of my jumpsuit. Now this is my completed jumpsuit. The only thing left is for me to now attach my ruffles. So I've already sewn my jumpsuit, added my sleeve and all of that. So for a more detailed tutorial on how to sew a jumpsuit or put it together, you can check out this video tutorial right on top of your screen to learn how to put everything together. So now I'm now going to move this upwards to this point. You can see that one leg of this is not sewn all the way. I haven't sewn this part all the way. So you mark out where you want to start your ruffle from. So for me, I want to start it from right here. Then I'm going to draw in the shape of how I want to attach my ruffle. So from the edge here, I'm going to measure 1 inch, because obviously you know that I'm still going to have to sew on the sides back. So just to locate that part, so you can measure your 1 inch all the way to the hem. So I just realized this was out of focus of the camera. So all I did was from the waist of your jumpsuit, measure where you want your ruffle to start from. So this is where I want my ruffle to start from. Then from the side here, you measure in 1 inch, because you know you're going to still have to join the front and back together. So the 1 inch serves as that my sewing allowance. Then from that point, you measure where you want your ruffle to be located, and me, all I did was measure 1.5 inches inwards here. So this is this. Then you measure how wide you want your ruffle to go, and then this is that for me. Then you mark it out. Then all you have to do then is to draw this shape all the way to the hem of your pants, and that's basically it. So I'm going to do that now. So once I'm done doing that, I'll then have to place I'll show you how to do that. So I'll have to place my ruffles with pins inwards inside this box. So this is my ruffle. Now I'm going to start from the hem right here. So rather than starting from the edge here, I'm going to come up a bit like this. So you go this way, you come this way first, because we want the ruffles to fall this way. So you come this way, then you begin to go up by following the line, the mark we drew earlier. So you go up. So you continue following the line, then you curve it when you get to this spot here. Then you curve it this way, and then you follow this line down, like all the way down. So once you are done sewing, this will fall this way, then this will fall this way. So I hope you get the drift. So I'm going to do all of that now, and then I'll show you what the final look is going to look like. And this complete our jumpsuit tutorial for today, guys. If you have any questions, don't forget to type it in the comment section, and I would reply as soon as I can. Now, if you found today's tutorial helpful, please don't forget to tap the subscribe button. That's important, guys. Tap the subscribe button right below your screen, tap the like button, and turn on the notifications bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming tutorials when I post them. You can also check out these two tutorials right on top of your screen if you haven't yet seen them before. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!